Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today's video I filmed this look. This is what I like to call my daytime glam look, and I call this that because I've got lashes, I've got some bronzer, I've got some highlight. This is a look that you definitely put a little bit of more effort into to be out and about and running errands if you want that kind of look to put a little bit of more effort into, but it's not, you know, like a smoky eye or cut crease or red lip. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. I've already done my brows and I've already moisturized my skin, so I'm going to go in with primer. So I'm going to be using two primers today. The first one I'm going to use is the Cover FX Blurring Primer, and I'm only going to put this in my T-zone area. I'm going to put this anywhere where I have problematic pore area. So right in my T-zone only. Then the next product I'm going to be using is the Hangover RX Primer, Replenishing Primer, and I'm just going to put this like on my cheeks and on my forehead to give me some hydration. This primer smells so good. This is actually my first time using this primer, so I'm excited to see how it works. So the next product I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a little bit of highlight on my cheekbones before I go in with foundation, just to kind of give me a little bit more glowy looking skin. So for that, I'm going to be using the Becca Skin Perfector Liquid Highlighter, and this is in the shade Champagne Pop. So I'm just going to pump a little bit, like literally a little bit on my fingers, and kind of just press that into my skin. This also is really good when you're doing like a no makeup look, because it just makes your skin look so glowy. And I'm literally just putting this anywhere that I'll be putting on highlight. So for foundation today, I'm going to be mixing two foundations. So the main foundation that I'm going to be using is the Nars All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. This is a semi-matte foundation. It makes your skin look really glowy and really pretty. And I am in the shade Stromboli. But I'm also going to be mixing it with my Studio Fix Fluid from MAC. And I'm in the shade NC35 in this, and the reason that I'm mixing the two is because this is just a little bit too liquidy, so the MAC Studio Fluid adds a little bit more weight to the foundation. Pump the Nars, and I'm usually doing like 2.5 pumps for this, and then the MAC. And I'm going to take just any little eyeshadow brush, I'm going to use the back of it, and mix these two together. And I'm just going to use the back of the brush to distribute this on my face. I'm not blending it, I'm just literally applying it to my face with the back of the brush. Now I'm going to take my damp beauty blender, and I'm going to use the fat side of it, of course, and blend this all out and work this into my skin. Also, adding the MAC foundation gives it a little bit more of a fuller coverage, but not like super duper crazy. Both foundations are very buildable, so if you want more coverage, you add more foundation. So that is just one application of foundation, and this is why I love mixing these two foundations, because I can get away with one application and not have to go back in if I don't need to, and I honestly don't feel like I need to apply more. and you guys can see that Becca highlight like going through my foundation. It looks super pretty, super glowy. You can also do that when you do like a minimal makeup look, because it'll just make your skin look really glowy and healthy, and that's why I love the Becca liquid highlighter. Next, I'm going to be doing concealer and cream contour, and for that I'm going to be using two drugstore favorites, and that is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealers. For my concealer I use Sable, and then for the cream contour I'm going in with the shade Hazelnut. First I'm going to do my concealer, and I love a bright under eye. Like, that is super bright. I love it. Also, a lot of it ends up getting blended out, so I'm also going to put this on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my cupid's bow, and then some on my chin. And I'm going to let that sit in for a little bit, so then I'm going to add my cream contour. Do some on my forehead, a little bit down my nose. I literally do a little bit on my nose. To blend out my cream contour, I'm going to be using the Morphe 536 brush, and I'm just going to be pressing that on my skin to blend it out. And by pressing it onto the skin makes it better, because you're not going to be sweeping it and moving your foundation while you are blending out your cream contour. So now I'm going to take the pointy side of my beauty blender and start blending out my concealer. And again, I am just lightly dabbing this under my under eye, looking up, so I don't make too many creases on my under eye. And I am just dragging this all the way to my hairline. Now I'm going to be doing the bridge of my nose, lightly tapping that, my forehead, and I'm blending up towards my contour. And then I'm gonna take my fat side of my beauty blender and blend in my cream contour on my nose, going from my brows down to the tip of my nose, blending that out. And take some of the concealer and conceal my eyes so I can get prepared for shadow and lashes. So to set my under eye and a little bit under my contour to clean it up, I am going to be using the Mercier translucent powder. So I just tap some on the lid. Then I'm going to take the one side of my beauty blender that hasn't been used, and I'm going to dip that in the powder and set my under eye by just pressing it into my under eye to set all of that concealer. So I basically put this anywhere I put concealer. So another thing I like to do is I like to set my smile lines, because they crease up so bad for me. So I like to go like this and set my smile lines. So I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. So then I'm taking this Real Techniques brush and I'm gonna take a little bit of my setting powder to set my eyes with. Just so that way they are prepped for shadow. So when I'm doing a daytime look, I like to put a little bit of eyeshadow on my eyes just to kind of define my eyes and my creases, and I'll usually just pop a color in on my crease. And a lot of the times I just go in with a bronzer because they're brown, kind of orangey tone colors. I'm just gonna take my Real Techniques butter bronzer, and this is in the shade Sun-Kissed Bronze, and I'm literally just gonna sweep a little bit of this on the crease of my eye, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush. I don't know what the name of this is, and I'm just gonna sweep this. I'm not trying to be clean or perfect. I'm literally just trying to add a little bit of color in my eye. Kind of definitely defines my eye. Like, look at this one compared to this one. Now I don't plan on letting this sit for too long under my under eye, so I'm going to take this Morphe M581 and start sweeping this off my under eye. But I'm going to keep it on my smile lines and under my contour, just because I don't want to bake for too long under my under eye. So next I'm going to be adding lashes, and for lashes I love drugstore lashes, and I typically don't do lashes when I do like an everyday look, but since this is a daytime glam look, I do like to add some lashes. So these are the Salon Perfect 614s. They're super wispy, even the box says wispy, but they're more like wispy glam lashes because they're super long and pretty and wispy. So these are the ones I'm going to be using. This I might end up doing off the camera because I gotta get super close to my mirror to put these lashes on. But if you guys want to see a video of how I apply my lashes, let me know down below. Do you guys see what a difference lashes make? I mean, these are not like crazy dramatic lashes, but even just a very light, wispy, girly lash makes your daytime look even more glam. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the other one on. So that is the lashes. I am going to let that dry before I put on mascara. So let's wipe this setting powder off the rest of our face so we can bronze our skin. So to bronze my skin, I am using the Becca Sunlit Bronzer, and this is in the shade Bronzed Bondi. And this is a Moda brush, and I like it because it's fat and it gives me a nice sun-kissed glow. Again, I'm pressing that into my skin so I don't move what's already there. My forehead, do the other side. I'm going to take this fluffy brush and do a little bit of nose contour. So I start at my brow bone and just lightly sweep this all the way down to the tip of my nose. And do the same thing on the other side. Start at my brow bone and lightly sweep this to the tip of my nose. I usually don't put blush, but I don't know why lately I've been into adding just a little bit of blush to my cheeks to add a little bit of pop of color. So for my blush, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal True Match blush, and this is in the shade Subtle Shade, and this is in the shade Subtle Sable. It's a very pretty rosy, mauvey, neutral blush. And to add my blush brush, I'm using the Morphe 105. And I'm just adding that on top of my bronzer. Just like that. I'm going to kind of just blend all these powders together using the Morphe powder brush. Just to kind of blend everything together. And we're looking at super powdery now, so I'm going to just kind of wet my face using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. So now I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara, basically on the close to the lash line as I can, just kind of darken up and blend the lashes with my real lashes. So I am literally just getting like my lash line for blending the lashes with my real lashes, just like that. It's also going to add some definition to my falsies and kind of bring them to life. Also, the clouds are going away, so the lighting is going to be changing during this video. So the last thing I'm going to do for my face is add some highlights, and I'm gonna go over my liquid highlight using the powder highlight version of Champagne Pop. I'm just gonna take my fan brush and lightly apply a little bit everywhere. Then I'm going to take a smaller Morphe highlight brush and put that on the inner corners of my eyes, the tip of my nose, down the bridge, and on my Cupid's bow, above my brows, and a little bit on my chin, just to give me that glowy type of look. Then I take my beauty blender and blend all of the highlight into my skin, just so it doesn't look so powdery. So lastly, I'm going to set my face using my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I told you guys that when I want my makeup to last for a really long time, I use this, and I think this is perfect for when you're doing a daytime look, so you can go all day with your makeup looking perfect. So I'm just gonna set this. And again, when you use new products, it's so annoying. Okay, so while I was letting that setting spray set everything onto my skin, I went ahead and fixed my hair, because the last thing we're going to do is our lip. And with this look, you can really do any lip color. I mean, it's a pretty bronzy type of look. So there's not like a specific color you gotta use, especially because you didn't do a crazy eye look. This look can do any kind of lip color. Of course, I'm gonna go in with nude because I love a nude lip. So to line my lips, I'm going to be using MAC's Stripdown. And I don't overline my lips. I already have really full lips, but to add more definition to my lips, I fill in the outer corners of my lips to kind of add just a little bit of more definition. And for lipstick, I'm going to be using the Becca Ultimate Lipstick Love, and this is in the shade Dune. It's a very pretty warm tone nude. Super, super pretty nude. And that is it for this look. Obviously, like I said, this is something you can wear in the day, during the day, while you're out, if you go to a brunch, if you're out shopping, if you're going out to eat with some friends for lunchtime, or you're just out running errands and you want to put in extra effort into your makeup. This is a perfect look because it's super glam, super pretty, but it's not like a smoky eye and a red lip in the middle of the day. So that is why I call this my daytime glam look. I hope you guys like this look. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what other kind of videos you guys want to see. I really enjoyed filming this video for you guys because this is something I do very often, but let me know what other kind of looks you guys want me to do or any other types of tutorials. Make sure you guys are following me on Instagram. I'm trying to be a little bit more active on there and talk to you guys more. I will put my Instagram somewhere right here. And if you guys like this video, make sure to subscribe so you can see more videos like this. And until next time, thank you guys so much for watching.